You all know that game for the GameCube called Super Smash Bros. Melee, right? Of course you do. The fighting game with all the Nintendo characters like Mario, Fox, Kirby, Link, all of them. Well, you can find all the scripts, models, textures, and files in the game if you can access the files using a program. One script called char.txt contains all the variables and movesets for the in-game characters. Each character has a text file that refers to their models in a folder called char. In order to add my texture hacks, I needed to copy all the files onto my computer. While copying, I noticed there were 26 items, but I was sure that there were only 25 characters. Just to make sure, I explored the file names. All the normal files were there. There was C Falcon, Falco, D Kong. Then I came across to Hhidaka. I opened the file and noticed this variable number happened to be 11, 91, 21, 25, 28. I assumed they must have randomly generated the numbers, otherwise it would have been a number between 1 and 26. His texture file was located in e:/ssbm/textures/char/model texture/Hhidaka. The contents of the folder were quite disturbing. What I saw was a PNG file of a Japanese girl dressed like a hooker. She had been stabbed and mutilated to the extreme, especially at her stomach. It was cut clean. It was called hhidaka.png, and it was the main model texture. I absolutely couldn't believe my eyes. Why the hell would that be there on the disc? I eventually remembered that I had bought this disc from a flea market. It had no instruction booklet, and it was replaced by what I thought might have been cheat codes or a walkthrough written on a sheet of print paper. I got the case and unfolded the cheat codes. Instead of cheats, I saw some Japanese writing. I couldn't translate it at the time, so I went back to the computer. I checked the script and saw that Hhidaka was a hidden character. To unlock him, you had to, well, from what I understood, KO the purple-colored Peach 4 times in a row without taking damage while playing Ganondorf. I found it odd, but I ended up doing it. After KOing Peach for the 4th time, it went to a new character screen. Instead of a battle, it showed a video of a Japanese woman who murmured things in Japanese. A knife was in her eye. Because my parents were home, I quickly turned the volume down and waited. I did not dare to look full on, but I did peek every now and then. It went on for 4 minutes until the sound of a gunshot rang out and the woman's head jerked back. Then it just cut to black. It displayed 2 things on screen. Hiroki Hidaka's taste for blood shall be quenched, and you have gotten the HH trophy. I looked in the trophies, but there wasn't an actual trophy displayed. The description was still there, though. It said, "Finding this was your mistake." At this point, my GameCube restarted itself and went to the normal Super Smash Bros. Melee menu. There wasn't any music or sound, now that I think about it, but I began a match. I chose the thumbnail-less Hiroki Hidaka and pitted myself against Kirby. Corneria was the stage. Nothing happened for a moment before the text popped up on screen that said, "Finding this was your mistake." My finger immediately went for the power button. I must have pressed reset instead, as the game didn't shut off. I could hear the disc spinning rapidly, as if trying to play Crysis 2 on a laptop. The TV started displaying the same Japanese woman with a knife in her eye, but instead it was a still image. There was a caption that said, "Play as Hidaka and this could be you." I later found out that the Japanese text on the paper that came in the game's case translated to the exact same words and was even signed by Hidaka. It turns out, from when I investigated, that he's a Japanese serial killer who was executed on December 25th, 2006. That was the same Christmas I bought the game.